They ask me, hey, secure tickets for a baseball game. I'm not really into any sports anymore. And for years, I dealt games, and where they bet, sports bet, the whole bit. I did the whole NFL. But, anyways, for one, baseball, they've got like the hard seats, and they suggested we bring these, and we said, no, 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 no. I would bring like 3 pillows, a nice blanket. Put my feet up on the chair in front. Like, I would just get myself so comfortable. But that's me. Okay, that's me. I'm gonna make the best of whatever. Because first off, I don't like baseball. Second off, I'm not gonna go and sit in a chair for. Those innings can go 3 hours to 4 hours, and they're just. It's like watching golf, unless you're doing it and you're walking along the stand, like watching them golf, and you gotta be quiet, and there's too many rules, and like baseball's boring to me. It just is. Basketball, boom, 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 boring, and they're also dramatic. When I saw the UFC guy, Dana White, when I saw for years him coming in from the money made from the WFC, cage, whatever, heavy duty, whatever, fighting, acting. It's kind of like the WWF. But when I would see him come in from the proceeds from all of the fans that buy the whatever, all the merch and all that, and then the tickets on top of it, and then wherever you're seated so that you're close to the, and all the drama that goes into it, whatever that is. When I dealt to that person, in the years that went by and that person would come in to play, and I saw in private rooms and that type of thing, the type of money that was laid out on 6 hands, $30,000 a hand at the flick of a card, double deck, and the spoiled attitude of wanting to be able to have their phone at the table at a live game when you're not even supposed to have. I mean, there's cameras everywhere, there's rules, but they bend the rules for the high limit people. When I saw that type of treatment, let alone, let's go really deep. Let's go really, really deep. Let's go in the people that actually own the newspaper and the propaganda over in Israel, and then also who was my boss that owned the Venetian Palazzo, and he's passed, but his wife conducts and runs a lot of that. Now we're getting a little bit deep. But anyways, there was a scandal that happened. They had their own private jet that flew over to Macau in China, and they had a complete replica of the Venetian Palazzo, the whole bit, in Macau, China. And what they were doing is they were using the host, and it was like an inside job thing. And they were allowing them, these people that would come over. Here we are. We've been in our position. I've been there a few years at this point, like 2000. I don't know. I'd been there a minute, 9 years. These people that they were bringing over were paying $10,000 so that they could get a job. And when they would come, they would bump over people that have been waiting 3 or 4 years to get a job. Now these are illegal, sort of say, paying for their work visa. Then going down to HR and not realizing they're kind of in on a whole scam that got busted up. And what they were doing is they were paying like 10 grand to get the job, and then they were skipping all these other people, like people that are waiting for 3-4 years to get to another. If you're on the overnight crew, then maybe you might want day shift, or you might want swing, whatever. They were skipping. So then now they go down to the HR and they're complaining, I paid $10,000. I'm not getting my whatever they were promised. My day shift, I'm not getting enough hours or whatever. So their money's not working for them. The money that they dished out to get over here to take our jobs in dealing, live games, that kind of thing. Yeah, that was going on. So they got busted for that. And it's kind of an inside thing, but they were maneuvering it through the host that had a flight, you don't have to check those in on private flights that come in and out. You don't have to deal with passports. You don't have to deal with things that are being brought in or taken out and that type of thing. So they were bringing them in from Macau. Even our floormen and our dealers and those flew over there to train those people how to run the casino and that type of thing. Kind of what we had. Baccarat was the big one. That's what they would bring them in. Give them the suites, give them all. These people they're outrageous anyways. Their behavior is like, I just saw it up close and personal, but like disgusting. Like if they want to blow their nose, they would literally lean over in their chair and like let it just go on the carpet. Or it's just some really gross shit that I witnessed. And because they have money, and they basically kind of let it get away with that type of thing. And the rooms that I were in were like high limit, so that we had butlers, not like waitresses, but we had the butlers and the whole bit in the high limit rooms. I was put in it all. It got really, really boring because you would have the men that they would only come in to check, but they would run the same ESPN, the bullshit, like over and over replays of plays from different. I got so over it over the years. I used to bet on NFL. I was raised with 6 brothers. Anyways, I don't want to go to a fucking baseball. I don't want to go to a baseball game tonight. It's not my thing. I'm in a really beautiful place. I'm really close to an area I could go, and we kind of had plans for the day to go to that area. But it is absolutely stunning out. I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to do a little bit more of me and grounding in what I've been doing. And we'll figure out what's going on later. I would rather stay here, let them all go, rock and roll, enjoy it. The crowd and whatever you get out of sitting around and watching a baseball game, it's just not me. I just don't like it. I don't enjoy it. If you can bet on it, it's probably rigged. Anyways, have a great day. Enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy mine. I feel like I haven't really been in touch. I am going to make some more video that I do. I have so much in here, it's almost like I don't have enough left. But I'm going to make some video of getting on the trolley and the horse that was in front of me. I didn't even have to do anything. Like I could just imagine people having like control issues and like whipping the horse and tugging. This horse was, at the end of the day, took me on a ride that was just glorious, just trotting along, taking in the beautiful setting, and then when it needed to get uphill or something, it would just pick up its pace and then slow down, and I was in a carriage. It was beautiful. So I'm going to put that video together. That was over on Mackinac Island. Took a ferry over. Unbelievable. Like, I videoed it and was able to literally like walk on. This was on 4th of July. Drove by later in the day. There was a line in that sun, and I don't even know. I've been blessed. My timing is impeccable. It's magical. I'm blessed. I love it. I'm so, so thankful and appreciative of all of it. Just, if you just relax and let it happen and not stick to such a schedule when you're on vacation, and then also consider people and their interest. I don't mind staying behind. I don't mind being alone. I prefer that. I prefer cutting the noise out. I can't be in a room with TV and people watching TV. Can't stand it. Can't stand watching the mainstream legacy, any news of that. I'd rather grab, that's why I know about the Texas flooding and what's going on, and I pray for them over there because I'm in a very beautiful environment for the last week, right? I just can only sense what's going on, and I pray for these people. But what I'm saying, I'm in an area where just leave me alone, and I will have an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful day into the evening, and my week is really complete. It's just been great. It's just been, and I'm thankful. But sometimes you don't always have to go along to get along. I don't like sports anymore. Raised 6 brothers, always into it, into every sport you could think of, got on every kind of team, did everything. Softball, baseball, gymnastics, synchronized swimming, jazz, tap, ballet, you name it. Soccer, I was in it. Did it all the time. I just don't enjoy the aspect, the gaming, the whole merch, the whole pushing the masses into different things for attractions, distractions. I just don't do it. Anyways, enjoy yourselves. Turn your TVs on if you have to. I have nothing against it. I just don't have one. I don't own one. I'd rather be outside. I think I spent majority of my time has been outside for the whole time that I flew up here north to Michigan, and all the little islands and everywhere I've gone. Stunning. But I did burn my face. Like, my face is completely burnt to a crisper. So it's almost like a radiation burn. I don't know, but I've covered up, completely covered up. Like, I'm just gonna shoot this video off, so I'm not gonna put the picture here. But I like covered myself completely down to the legs, all the way up with my hoodie, and then pulled the hoodie and tied the string. So just like my mouth was out, and then I had my sunglasses on yesterday, just to keep my body from getting midday shock, like instant. I tried to get down in the water, but anyways, I opened it up, and my face for about an hour or so was in that. It is burnt to a crisp. Like, it's so tender, and I just keep putting more and more of this on, and it's like I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of this. It's like my body is just like, so stay hydrated the best you can, I guess. You know, oh, it's cooling though. It feels really good. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thank God it's beautiful where I am. I'm very, very, very appreciative. Thank God. But hands up for those people that are in danger in a situation that seems just drastically like to handle. Like, the volunteers, the people that have gone through it, the trauma, the flooding, the missing, the past. Like, somebody reported a little earlier, I was listening to it, about seeing some type of strikes, like energy. I've spoke before. Anyways, I got a little bit too deep. I mentioned too many names two different times, but it's no coincidence that I've had people in my past that were my bosses, and now play a really big role in this next stage into life. It's so wild. Like, Trump was my boss for 2.5 years in one of the shows I did when I was a kid. Like, I got there, I was 18, turned 19, left when I was 21. And then the other one I was speaking about with the Venetian Palazzo, and then opened up the sister property exactly in Macau, China, and they're full on. They run the whole ship. Then they bought in Las Vegas the Review Journal as well. So they own the newspaper Review Journal in Las Vegas, but they own the one in Israel. It's deep. And he passed away about 1.5 years ago, but his wife, Maureen, she runs that whole connection, and it's behind. You'll never see her. She's one of those, when you say, who are they? She's probably like one of they. She probably is. But she was the wife to the man who employed me in one of the best jobs I ever had prior to moving out to the Midwest. So I have nothing against them. They hosted all the Republican, they even hosted Bush and everything. We would block up the backstage so that the presidents could come through. And I remember walking, it was down in the basement area, and I'd be like, oh, and then, you know, whatever, curtains to hang it, and like flowers for the walkway for it, downstairs in the basement. But yeah, big donors of the Republican Party and everything to kind of sway for certain things to be protected and invested in and any of that. Yeah, she's a doctor. The wife is a doctor, and she's been behind the scenes and on the stage for a couple christenings, couple signings. She was there at the inauguration, probably like 4 seats up, right on the main row. Like, you would not know who these people are, but I kind of know who they are because that was my boss. That was another boss. So her and her husband were my boss in later career, which was dealing high-end limit. Great job and all that. Got into their little problem with people that worked there, which was bringing over illegals for $10,000. And then they would go down to HR and complain that they weren't getting because of their money, so it got busted. So anyways, and that was a private jet, you know, so you could fly in and fly out and you don't get checked, you know, those types of things. And then you have the gamblers that come in off of the mass hive mind thinkers that spend their money on merch and putting their name and whatever, going to these like a baseball game tonight. Anyway, spending their money. So then you have those people that have got their money and invest in the whole gaming propaganda, make money off of that, and then you deal with them in person. It's kind of like meeting somebody that you fantasize about, or you look at Hollywood and go, they're a really good actor, or whatever. Then you meet them in person and you actually know their person or their personality, and it's like, that's not at all in your mind what you thought they were. That's what I dealt with on so many different. We're talking Leonardo DiCaprio, Paris Hilton. What's that girl? I think she has like she was in E.T. She was the little girl in E.T. But anyways, I think she has like a talk show of her own now. Drew Barrymore. Then the tall guy that worked. Everybody Loves Raymond, I believe it was. He was the tall dude. He was the comedian for that. So these people, there's so many more. But anyways, these people that would come through and you would meet, because I never watched TV and I never watched sitcoms and I didn't any of that. I didn't look at them any. Well, also I was raised in Vegas and worked in business prior to dealing one-on-one in show business, where I met so many people through the years, like just so many people, right? And it just doesn't impress me. It don't impress me much. Yeah, doesn't. So anyways, I'm gonna let it go. I've been rambling on too much. It's so beautiful out here. If you were sitting right next to me, we'd have a great conversation. Have a great day, everybody. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Stay hydrated no matter what's going on, because it's rough. Like, you can see this blinking even behind the clouds, so we're getting like flashes. I don't know if you noticed that, but I'm noticing it in this camera. Yeah. It doesn't feel like the sun when I was a kid, that's for sure. You guys have a great day and take care. Bye.